Imagine carrying a weight no one could see. You wake up every day smiling on the outside, but inside, a quiet ache persists. It's not loud or obvious. No screams, no tears. It's just there in the background, shaping everything you do, every decision, every relationship. This silent wound isn't trauma you talk about. It's the one you've learned to hide. It's the pain that's been with you so long, you forget it's even there. What if I told you that hidden ache could be the reason you feel stuck? Why deep down, you sometimes doubt you're enough? Or why love feels risky, even when you desperately want it? And what if the hardest part isn't even realizing it's there? It's the fact that you've been living with it so quietly, you've forgotten it exists. Let's rewind to a typical day. You wake up, go through the motions. You laugh with friends, crush a project, maybe even have a fleeting moment of happiness. But underneath it all, there's this faint whisper that won't quite go away. It's subtle, so subtle you think this is just me, but it feels like a low-grade ache, a dull hum that's always there, waiting. Maybe it's the way you're afraid of real closeness, or the way you second-guess your worth, even when everyone else seems to see your value. It's not because you're not strong enough. It's because something inside you refuses to heal because it never fully had the chance to. This is the power of what experts call the silent wound. It's invisible, yet it's shaping your world. It's the pain of neglect, of being unseen, of feeling like you're supposed to carry everything alone. Here's the truth. Our minds are designed to protect us. When we're hurt, especially early on, we build walls. Not from selfishness, but from survival. If love was conditional, if you were abandoned or ignored, your brain learned, don't get too close. And so, you learn to silence that ache because facing it is terrifying. It feels like opening a door to chaos. Pause and reflect. Have you ever caught yourself holding back, even when you really wanted to connect? That's your silent wound whispering. There's danger in trusting again. Here's the deep, emotional truth. This wound isn't just about the past. It's about how we live today. It's why we might sabotage a relationship before it gets too close. Why we settle for less than we deserve. Why love feels both essential and terrifying at the same time. It's because that tiny, invisible pain tells us, consciously or not, that we're not safe. Not truly. And even if you've moved on outwardly, that inner voice keeps whispering, you're not enough. You're unworthy. Pause and reflect. What parts of your life do you feel are subtly controlled by this silent pain? Now, think about this. What if, for a moment, you stopped running from that pain? What if you sat quietly with it instead? Not to drown in it, but to finally acknowledge it. To ask, why do I feel this way? Where did it start? Because what you're really searching for is not the pain itself, but what it's hiding. It's the longing to be seen, loved, accepted completely. Sometimes, the biggest breakthrough comes when you realize that silent wound is not a flaw. It's a fragment of you that has been hurt, and it's crying out for healing. And healing doesn't mean fixing what's broken overnight. It's about holding that pain gently, giving it space to breathe, and reminding yourself you are worthy of love, of kindness, of wholeness. Imagine finally letting go of the weight you've carried silently for so long. Imagine looking in the mirror and seeing someone not defined by fear or doubt, but by resilience, and knowing deep in your core that you don't have to face this alone anymore. Because healing begins the moment you realize the wound has a voice, and it's safe to listen. Pause and reflect. What would it look like to show that silent wound some kindness today? To tell yourself, I am more than this pain. I am deserving of love. So here's the truth. Every scar, every ache, no matter how invisible, has a story. And your story is not over. You're not broken. You're simply in a process of becoming whole. And that process begins with gentle acknowledgement of your pain, your fears, and your incredible strength to survive them. Because one day, that silent wound won't whisper anymore. It will sing the most powerful song of all, one of healing, resilience, and hope. And until then, remember, you are not alone in this. And healing isn't about rushing. It's about being compassionate enough to sit with yourself until the silence starts to change. And when it does, you'll see The hardest wounds often hold the greatest potential for your deepest growth.